Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Huh? It's a house!
You know, that's just one step above stupid.
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
Have you lost the last 3 brain cells, or do you just have cabbage for brains?
What's going on, freaks? Man, it's amazing how if you just miss one day, how you just get all the way backwards, you know? Like, it's hard to even take a break. Yesterday I was really tired, you know? Still kind of tired. That was weird. That's weird how that just... I don't know. 18,000... At the end of the day, it was 20,700 steps. Pretty crazy. Well, today I took my dad to the sleep clinic. You know, like he has a CPAP machine, and I brought him over there. Pretty easy to do. Then when he goes in there, and he brought all of his stuff with him, you know, the machine and everything. And the doctor is like, "Well, where's the cushion?" You know. You know, the thing that goes on, you know, that you put around your mouth. And he didn't have it. And he hasn't been sleeping at all. He says it's really loud, wind, you know, it's just... And that's because he hasn't even had the damn... So you have the seat, there's like this plastic piece that the actual part that goes around your mouth goes into. He just had the plastic. I mean, that's like driving a car without wheels. I mean, it's literally completely useless. There's no... It's even worse than that, I think. I mean, you can drive on rims for a while. It's basically like he put something over his face that blew wind in his face for the entire night. There was no help in breathing. So I had 2 extra ones that I gave him that fit his. Because, you know, when you first... I just have this thing that goes over my nose. Because I used to, in the middle of the night, just go... and like stop breathing or something, you know. So there's one I have that goes under my nose, but you try all these different ones. So I have these ones that I tried it. One of them was one that he used, so I went over and showed him how to use it. So hopefully he'll have one of his first night's sleep in a long time. Yeah, happy Hanukkah to everybody out there. I think it was, well, today was the first day here. Yesterday was in Australia. Hey, thanks, Wild Bill Wassman. Yes, you guys, if you could please help support the channel. My one day of being tired and not doing a show yesterday put me way behind, even with the mild support that we got on the video that I put out. It's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. Who knows why? Guess there's no ad revenue coming in on the sides. All right, well, we got the surveillance footage. New surveillance footage in this case. Before we get to that, though, did you guys even hear the story that I just told? You notice how there isn't one comment related to it, other than Moonshine Girl. Everybody else is just hi, 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 hi. Yeah, it was pretty crazy though. They gave us some good laughing material, you know, on the way home. It had no chance of working, and no wonder he couldn't sleep. Right, you're probably too busy, you know, saying hi, 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 hi. That's probably why you didn't hear it. Let's see. Yeah, the CPAP machine, right. I went and explained. I did like a 5-minute story about how it went today. I was 80, I think 87. Hey, 62 months. Dana Dane, oogla boogla. Right. Well, maybe next time listen a little bit, you know. That'd be great. Let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, it was sort of funny, though, you know. Like, we laughed the whole way home. I mean, his cognitive abilities dropped, I think, because he hasn't slept in the last, like, forever. He's wearing this thing, and the wind's just blowing into his... I don't know, man. I don't know. And apparently, they're ordering some new stuff, so we'll see how that goes. All right, and also, it looks like, I mean, it's pretty sad. Rob Reiner, you know, he had some amazing films. So gotta give him credit for that. You know, his political views suck. You know, he was just a total, you know, just like what's Rosie O'Donnell type level, just nut job on that. But other than that, he was awesome. You know, and when somebody dies, you don't really. It's not like you sit around and go. You know, trash. You know, like I don't know. I mean, the thing is like Trump today. You know, here's what Trump wrote about it. You know, and it's just you can't really defend shit. He's like, you know, it starts off pretty good. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to TDS. Now, he probably had Trump derangement syndrome, but what does that have to do with his kid killing him, though? He was known to have, then he says this part, he was known to have driven people crazy. Like, so he's responsible for driving his kid crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. And then he says, "May Rob and Michelle rest in peace." I mean, that's just ludicrous, you guys. You know what I mean? It's just. Like, you might support Trump, and, you know, like, I voted for him and everything, and this right here, though, there's not really a defense for it, you know? And I don't give a damn if you're like, well, Gray, he's just... Does that sound... Let me ask you something. Did that sound presidential at all? Like, see, the thing is this kind of idiotic comment like this literally... shows that some, you know, it actually is an argument for why people have Trump derangement syndrome. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I mean, I can't really come up. Can anybody defend this? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like some earth-shattering, the word, you know, like it's a really important thing. It's just sucks, you know? It's like, it's embarrassing. And then you understand why there's a lot of people that don't like him, because he does things like this sometimes, you know. From time to time, he does something that's just like, wow, that's crazy. And also, just this whole part down here, you know, I don't know, you know, trying to like boast about something after somebody dies, and then he ends up, "May Rob and Michelle rest in peace." Well, you just sort of kind of stomped all over him all the way through here, right? And you know, and it's not like he's doing any better on his like you go to the comment here on Truth Social, and then you scroll down and it says, "Mr. President, I love you, I support you 100%. I do not support this post. Terrible response to this tragedy, unbecoming of the office of the..." I totally agree. As a MAGA, I have tried to my best to support you every step of the way, but not this time. Every human, I repeat, every human deserves respect during something like this. Mr. President, the man and his wife were brutally murdered. If you cannot say something nice about them, it's best to just not say anything at all. The left celebrated... Yeah, see, the thing is, what he did was exactly the same as a lot of lefties did when Charlie Kirk was killed. You know, they did worse. What they did was worse, but this is, you know, it's right there. You know, it's the same level of depraved, you know, just depraved, stupid, idiotic, like you're just sort of more concerned about how you feel. You know, kind of like the trolls that I have, you know, like they're so enraged that they can't act like normal, decent human beings, right? Sick people. So it just goes on and on and on. I don't think there's any positive comments. You know, people want him to take it down, etc. And, you know, some of these people in here aren't like, you know, maybe they aren't even Trump supporters. They just signed up on here. But even if they were, I think, I don't know how you support a comment like that. You know? He should take it down. And he should say, you know what? People like him and Rosie O'Donnell, they've always hated me. They're the ones that called me like Hitler, and maybe they create a lot of violence, but I shouldn't have put that out there because, just come up with something. It's crazy. And the person who killed him had nothing to do with Trump derangement syndrome. If you were just... The reality is people like Rosie O'Donnell and Reiner and a lot of other people, they say things that are very dangerous for people. Like they literally say stuff like, oh, he's worse than Hitler. He's Hitler. He's like this. He's like that. And when you do that, it creates an atmosphere out there. But it has nothing to do with why he was killed. So at this point, you just have grace with it, and you go, yeah, he was a very good, funny comedian. I didn't agree. You might even say I didn't agree with his politics, and he didn't seem to like me very much. But what happened to him was absolutely horrific, and I, wish the other family members, grace or whatever the hell you want to say it. I don't really know, but this isn't what a president. This isn't the kind of thing a president says. You know what I mean? Just think about it for a second. Could you imagine, like, Ronald Reagan saying something like that? Or, hell, even Clinton or Obama? Or, it's just like, you just don't do it. Right? All right, anyways. There you go. So, just saying, I have a brain that works logically. That's one of those ones I can't defend. But, hey, guys, is there any chance you could help support the channel tonight? All right, we didn't do a show yesterday. We got behind... For the month, we were just kind of skating by, and now we're getting crushed. And right now, we're currently only at $4.99 and one gifted membership. So could you guys please help support the channel? And before the show started today, I went and looked through all the surveillance footage. It took me like an hour because it was kind of confusing. But I found all the different locations of the new surveillance footage. So we already had this one. Right here. All right, see that? And then, we've got that a couple times. I just have it kind of looping around. This one here is right around the corner. So after he leaves the building, this is the building where all the shooting happened. He comes out, and he's right here going around this corner. Now, if you need me to prove that, you just go down to Street View there, and... take a look. Everything's the same. See this, that tree, the light pole, the manhole on the ground right there. It's all the same. So he's going around this corner. Hopefully you guys heard what I just said. Goes around the corner and he walks this way. And then there's this new footage, so just kind of stop it right there. There's new footage where he's walking like this. You kind of have to zoom in. He's right there. This is one that they just put out, I think. See how he's walking? Right there. Boom. Okay. So this is just after that. And if I took a right, go down the street here. It's this next one. I think it's right here. And I think that camera is right. You want it, well, not there, but it's just, it's coming from that area. Let me just look at that again. Yeah, so the camera's actually up here on the side of the building. Yeah, it's right up here somewhere. Maybe it's down there. Don't really know. But it's filming across the street, and he's walking right here. So it's just right after that last shot. And so here's that brick part of the building. There's a sign and a tree. So just look at, there's a tree that looks like that, and then a sign. And that's right there. So the camera, it's kind of an interesting, oh, there, I was trying to look up some videos for how to do it. Hold on. So let me see where that camera would have been. It's interesting how they have that. But see, that's the sign here, and he's walking by right there. See that? Here, I'll just move it down. Ah, that's not it. Jesus. Hold on. Right there. So there's the sign, and then there's this, like, dark right there. See? Is that proof enough for you guys? There's a sign, tree, big dark fence. White window, the roof goes up. All right, you got it? All right. Hey, thanks, Sarah, with NH dishes. All right, I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but if you guys could please help support the channel tonight. We're, trying to get back on track from missing a day. So I appreciate your support. Thank you. All right, so there's that. Then there was other surveillance released. This one, for example. There's this one. I think one of them is really interesting. Like you have this one walking by, and then you have, so I just repeat it. And then there's this one. This is the one I used to find the locations. But look what time it is. It's 2:52 here. Yeah, they are. It is him. Yeah, they know it's him. So, like, here's at 2:52, and before the shooting, and he's walking. And then he cuts across the street. So what I did was I went up in the air and tried to find all the brick sidewalks, and then I finally found it. It took me forever, though. It was weird. So you go up in the air, and he kind of comes in from, it's a little bit different spots. So I think it was, yeah, right there. I found the location. So if you go down to right here, you have to come over here just to see the sidewalk. So you can see that this is the same type of sidewalk. See how it's brick and then grass comes in, it's exactly like that. And then across, there should be a single line. There it is, right there. And so that means the shot was taken from, like, right up here on that house, somewhere right over in there. So it kind of, yeah. So if this wasn't there, I guess we'd have to go to, let's see. Yeah, no, he didn't address the time. He just said it was before. I already know they are. All right, so let me, I already figured it out myself. I didn't see any press conference. I just did it myself. All right, let's see if we go down to Street View here. I downloaded a press conference. There we go. There's a good one. Yeah. So you look at that with no cars there, and right there, see? So that means the camera's right inside that one little driveway right here, like right up in there. So there's a camera probably like in this. Yeah, it's hard to get right there. Oh, there you go. There's a decent one. Yeah, there's definitely a camera like right up in there. See how it's probably coming through a window or something. Yeah, it's hard to say, but right up in there. So there's that one. And then he walks across the street. So I have, like right there, I just put the little red line kind of where he walked. And then he goes down this street, and here's where another camera shot is. This is the one with that house across the street, and that one is... Let's see, the first one. See that? That's that house. And then there should be a gate. If I turn around, yeah, right through there, there's like a gate. And see the ground with the bricks. And there's that little sort of circular space that you can see right here. Then there's probably a straight brick sidewalk to the house. So on that one, he comes around the corner and he walks this way. And then this is the house here. I mean, not the house. This is the building he went in and killed everybody. All right, but there's another shot, and that was this last one here. This one was pretty hard to find here, but I walked up and down the streets and I did find it, and it turns out that it is the Rhode Island Historical Society building. And he's right out, so it's just down the street. So I just kind of figured, okay, let me look over here. And that's where it was. I got really lucky because I saw that sign from a distance on another street. And I go, oh, wait, there it is. All right, so that camera, this big tree right here is the same tree that this one. See that tree? And there should be, now that I think about it, a fire hydrant right there with a white top on it, and there it is. See, it's right there on the corner, or yellow top, I guess. And so he's standing here. So what it looks like he's doing in the video when you watch it is he's looking down the street. He's like, he almost seems like he's surveilling. It's really weird. Hey, thanks, Cheryl Bullock. You might be one of the only ones that heard what I was saying. Thank you very much. Yeah, so when you watch this video here, look how he's kind of really interested in something over there. See that? Like he's almost like he's waiting for something, and then he's trying to be like, yeah, but there's something about this area that keeps him here. I mean, doesn't it feel like that? See, he's really looking over there, and all of a sudden he sees that person, and he's like, yeah, la 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 la. After he saw that person, but he's definitely like looking over there. And when you go to the map, that means he's sort of standing over here and he's looking. So is he waiting for somebody to leave their residence or something? And then he knows, okay, now they're going to be at school or something. And I don't know. That's pretty weird though, don't you think? Hey, Jason, your brain doesn't work very good. Why don't you go somewhere else? Thank you. Yeah, he looks pretty big, yeah. But anyways, that's where that camera was. Probably, maybe even right there, I guess. Yep, that makes sense given the angle. And they just zoomed in on it. Yep. That's why that fire hydrant looks like it is where it is. I don't know. Maybe it's coming from under there somewhere. I don't know. Back there, it looked more like a camera. Let's see. Yeah, and that's what they look like. Don't know. I don't know. But now when you look at it, so my red, this thing that I have here is for like when he's leaving. You know, but because he went this direction. But now, I don't know. Man, maybe double backed. You know, like he parked over here somewhere. Or he parked over here, walked all the way down here, saw that they were in motion, and, you know, I just kind of, let me go look at this again. Right there. And that means he would go, this is, you know, it's weird how he's looking down the street, and this is the street that he ends up going down. Anyways, like later he starts walking down, right? Because we have it. Yeah, he comes right over here, then cuts across, then goes that way. So that is the street that he was looking down, waiting for something. Doesn't it seem like he was waiting for something? Yeah, it took a while. I like to just sort of do it. I mean, I don't know. They usually don't mention specific addresses in press conferences, but somebody up above said that they did, so we'll have to take a look. But yeah, it's over here at the. I downloaded what there looked like it was a 4-minute one. I downloaded. Haven't listened to it yet. I don't know. What are the rumors, Grant? What are the rumors? Alright guys, we're currently at 1/15th of a nightly goal, so if you guys have the ability to help support the channel, that would be great. The channel's already given out $550 to people, struggling people this month. I'm planning on donating some more money here coming up, but the only way to be able to do this is if you guys are helping support the channel to keep us going. Yeah, I'm sure every house in this neighborhood's over 1 million for sure. I don't even see any, like, I mean, now we can literally kind of take that and, you know, assume that at one point he kept moving around, like he went down this way. Like that. I mean, if he was looking for cameras. Nah. No. He was just... Definitely was just looking down the street for something. Waiting for something. You know, like he was just kind of waiting around. It was weird. And then obviously he walks down here and goes around the corner. And then, you know, this is an hour or so before the shootings happened, so... You know, did he go inside and just wait around for a while? Who knows? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't care what Rob Reiner ever said to Trump or anything. I really don't give a shit. So when you say that, you are saying but. You're trying to make an excuse. Just don't. There isn't anything. I mean, he's the president, so it doesn't matter. Like, we can say stuff like, yeah, man, that was shitty. Yeah. That doesn't mean all the other stuff I don't think he's doing is good. You know? Yeah, we're not going to have another one of these nights, are we? This is just... just... So afterwards, he comes out and goes this direction. You know, now I guess at this point, we don't know if he then came back down now. And he was just making it look different when he left. A little bit like, you Tyler Robinson, you did something similar. Well, my video, you can go back in time on my... What do you mean, what's rewind? We've been doing this for a long time. When I'm doing the live stream, you can go back and watch the beginning if you want. It doesn't. You don't have to be... But people start commenting about what we were talking about 20 minutes ago. You know? And then it causes confusion in the chat. So we have that, and... So let's see, I guess this is the new press conference. I just downloaded this.
And people throughout the state of Rhode Island. Mayor?
Let me see if I got it right. Well, I'm sure I got it right.
Press.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, it's the exact spot, so it has to be.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for being here again. Here we are once again to provide you some of the highlights and the progress that the Providence Police Department, along with several agencies, have gone together and stepped up to come up to this. I want to remind you that this is a very active investigation, very complex investigation, and it's the dedicated work of the men and women of the Providence Police Department, the Detective Division, the Community Response Team, the Special Response Team. It's all hands on deck. And on top of it all, you have the state police who's assisting us and every other federal partner that has been in this building for several hours. And I want to commend and applaud them for the work that they have done. And that includes the FBI, HSI, ATF, the IRS, the marshals, and several other agencies, analysts that are here. So it's pretty active because we want to make sure, as the governor stated, as the mayor stated, to make sure that we identify this individual and bring him to justice. Our work that initiated today and continues to initiate for a while since it started, we're at the 49th hour, and there's no one that wants to put this individual in handcuffs than us. So this has brought us to a new lead, which I momentarily will probably will be able to provide you with. That's going to include video of this individual as well as photos of this individual. We're asking the public for assistance to be able to identify this individual. The photos I will be able to show you are coming from the area of Hope Street near Benevolent and Manning. And those photos and those videos were retrieved around 2 p.m. on Saturday the 13th. And we believe that...
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason Voorhees. I'm going to remove you from the channel. I don't like you. That's why I'm removing you. All right, see you.
That's the same individual that we showed you from the previous video that we released. The public is encouraged to use the tip line, which is pretty active. We have a tip line which is staffed with officers from the Providence Police as well as analysts, and they're taking calls as we speak. And we want the public to use that information that they have that may be beneficial to this investigation. They need to call 401-272-3121 +0. I was going to direct you in order to provide the tips that you are providing to us. As well, you can access the FBI website at fbi.gov/Brown University shooting. Please, I'm going to ask you all to follow our channels to stay appraised of what's going on and to stay accurate. There's a lot of channels and a lot of stuff that's going out there that's circulating the wrong info. And I told you when I first met you that there's appropriate info, there's accurate info, and it's going to come from us. So I please and plead with you that you access those type of channels. Again, we're asking for the public assistance in identifying this individual that we're about to show you, and we'll release this video on Twitter, on our Twitter account momentarily. I'm going to turn to the video behind us. I'll be able to show you in 2 seconds. Officer Mangan, if you can just activate put the videos up. So this is the first video that we're showing you. This is the individual walking. It's on the sidewalk of Benevolent.
Let's see, what does that even mean, Jason? You just type in another stupid comment that doesn't make sense. I know how you are, and here you are. What an idiot. Yeah, learn how to type.
And this
first.
Is prior to the incident. Here we go again with is this video too, Mike? Again, you see him walking.
Oh, I guess right. That little tiny graphic that was hidden kind of said it.
Move on to the third video.
It said something about Cook Street.
Move on to, this is some photos.
No, I can't. I just
of-
unhid you, Jason. I can't hide from you. You're an embarrassment. Okay.
And they will all be time stamped.
You're not interesting.
Last photo.
Hey, thanks, Sazaf. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I know
Thank
it's a
you. So
troll.
we'll
I
be
just want to
providing
see.
this as well, and I ask you all to please make sure you put them up, and then anybody in the public that has any info about this individual, we ask that you call our tip line, and we'll also have the numbers in the website listed. Mayor?
Thank you, Colonel.
Oh, yeah, that first part. I mean, I saw something on the screen. I wasn't sure. Yeah, it looked like you could see the title. You're talking about the names in the files themselves. I saw one of them just then. It was like one something.
You're behind us. I'll be able to show you in 2 seconds. Officer Mangan, if you can just activate the put the videos up. So this is the first video that we're showing you. This is the individual walking. It's on the sidewalk of Benevolent.
See, I think that's really suspicious, the way he's standing around like that. Hey, thank you, Don Welshman. And Joel Burnt, Gray. There seems to be an uptick in this shooting. Yeah, it's just weird. A whole lot of weird stuff going on.
And this is prior to the incident. Here we go again with is this video too, Mike?
All right, maybe something like that. All right, 56 Cook Street. Let's see. And 59 Cook Street. Let's see. Let's see if we got that right. 56. All right, yep, that's that one. Got that. And then what was 59? I didn't see that one. Why do they say 59? That doesn't seem accurate. Clip 3 is 59. Oh, Manning Street. Okay. Thought it said Cook again. Let's see. 59 Manning Street. Yep, got that one. See, I didn't even need these damn things. How do you think of that, huh? Usually they never give that out in surveillance. $141. Oh, those are images. See, why didn't they release that footage? The other one is, let's see, 110 Benevolent, something like that. Yeah, there it was. Should be back. Yeah, that should be where that. Yep. Right there. All right. See that? Boom. Got them all. Without even the use of that. Pretty good. And this is Hope and Benevolent. So there must be another camera. Why aren't they showing the... Wait, Hope. Yeah, Hope is the one in front, right? Yeah, that's Hope. So is Benevolent this one? Oh yeah, wow, so that shot's from over here. Interesting, wow, so they're saying that one Those still frames are from here. Hey, thanks, Sarah White. Now let's see what the timing was. That means he might have maybe he was just kind of doing laps until something happened. They're saying that's at 2:08. He was at that area. Wow, so that was first. So this is at 2:08. And then yeah, now we can get the time on that. That'd be good. No, wait, Benevolent is 2:08. These ones are at... Oh, interesting. So he went that direction next. Okay, let me I gotta fix this. This is 2:08 here. (2:08 p.m.) Then we have those images taken are at 2:18 here, 2 of them. You haven't seen those yet. I've got them. Images. So wow, he was here, then here. Like he's waiting, you know, it's weird because that also gives a view down to the building. So I'm not sure about that then. I got to get rid of that. So now we do know he went from here to there. It's also, you know, he could have went like to George Street around and then he was over there. I mean, we just don't know. And then 59 Manning is at 2:53 because these are like almost an hour later. $53, 59 Manning. And then the other one was just before that at 56 Cook at 2:52. All right, so the order goes, he was here, then 40 minutes later, 35 minutes later, he's over here, then here, and then, I mean, the shooting happened at 4, so it's like, it's only 2:53 here. I don't need your help up there. Yeah. No, everything's got the right time. They've given it out. You don't have to worry about it. Right, so, you know, 2:08. It seems like he's just kind of loitering around. It's interesting, though, isn't it? All right, so let's look at those other pictures then. So there's this one. And they're saying it's there, so let's take a look at that intersection. They don't give a lot of details on it. Alright, so he's likely on this sidewalk. Yeah, almost 100%. Here, let me just show you. Let's go right to here. And that way. Yeah, well, all I can say is this sidewalk, just this little patch right there is where this is. See the color of the cement there? How it's that light color, and it's likely back up in here. It only goes back to right there even. And none of the other streets have. Look at that, looks different. You guys agree? Yes, you do. Right there, that's not the spot. It has to be right in there that he's walking, and he's walking towards the camera. And so, he's either, I guess that's the thing. The camera angle looks like it's almost straight on, slightly off to the right. So, it would be either a camera on the side of this building, which, there you go, right there. that's just how you do it right there. See that? That looks like one of those 360-degree cameras. And I think that's or this one. Look at that. That looks like a camera for sure. And there's another camera right here. So either one, that's the camera that filmed him walking towards the camera right here. So, that's interesting, right? Why did he go back that direction again? So he's like right over here, coming that way. Now, where he went after that, we don't know. But anyways, you guys, if you like what I'm doing here, if you could please consider supporting the channel, buy some memberships for people. We've only got one gifted membership tonight, and we're absolutely struggling yet again. If I was a conspiracy theorist, I'd be doing really well tonight. But I'm not. I'm just somebody that puts out the facts and figures out what happens in cases. Maybe we can try rewarding those people from time to time. All right, let's see. All right, so man, I think he's just walking around and killing time. Almost like he is waiting for somebody or some event to happen. And over here, it's almost like he's aware of where somebody might be coming from. I don't know. It's really interesting. So you've got that one. And some idiot on Twitter put out like a AI enhanced with, and all of a sudden there's these really clear eyes and eyebrows. It's ridiculous. And that's that same spot. I think that one's on surveillance, right? It's this, not that one. It's this one right here. Kind of seems like a little bit of a hurry there. That's real time. Hey, thanks Bruce Holdaway for gifting a membership to Pippi 2000. This is the single most sort of interesting and I think important video in this. You know, some witness said he had a pretty big gun. So does he have something hidden in there? I don't know. He doesn't seem like it. Doesn't look like. I guess he could have an AR-15 that the folding type, something like that. Don't know. It doesn't look like he's I think he's looking for something. It doesn't look like he's looking for timing. He's looking for, like, something, an item, a person doing something. I mean, this is way before, so he's probably just looking to see. I don't know. I don't know about when you say specific timing. I don't know how you get that. I mean, right here, right? Don't you think that's interesting? When he stops even, kind of loiters. Then he sees somebody and he's trying to look like, oh, I'm just somebody strolling. But he's looking at something. Like really specifically right there. I don't know if he's reading the sign or... I mean, he looked like he's looking to the right of the sign on that one. Now he's looking at the sign. And I wish they didn't cut this video. They should have played the whole thing. There's no way he just keeps reading the sign. You know, there's something... The angle that they're shooting from on that one, he's at the Historical Society. He's right over here. And he's between the tree and the fire hydrant. So basically he is closer to the fire. He's standing about right here. And that means he's looking. I mean, the thing is, he's standing right there, so he can look right down the sidewalk there. Yeah, so it's kind of an optical illusion. So in this one right here, he's really close to the corner, even though it doesn't seem like that. It's strange. It's an optical illusion because this is higher, but it's closer. You just have that feel like that's what it is. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, it's just because that's higher, it makes it seem like it's farther away, but it isn't. And I didn't say 1221. Nobody said 1221 but yourself. It's 208, 218, 208, and he's walking this way at 218. And then over here it's 252, 253, and then when he leaves, it's 406 going that direction. So this is getting kind of similar to Tyler Robinson in terms of surveillance. You got this hour, you've got him coming in, 253, he's right there, walking this way. And an hour and 15 minutes later, he's already killed everybody. He's going that direction. I don't think he's reading the address on the sign at all. Yeah. That's what your opinion is. Yeah. That seems ridiculous. Just keeps reading it over and over and over and over again because he's lost. Who does that? Well, I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes and just keep looking at a sign. Wait, this is 110 Benevolent Street? Wow. I got to keep looking at it. Does it still say 110 Benevolent Street when I look at it again? Wait, I'm going to look at it again. Does it still say that? Whew. Yeah, no, I think he's looking down the street there. Let's see. Why are you so lost, soundboard? Was he kill? I don't know what he. I mean, I don't know. What do you mean? Was he killing time and memorizing escape routes? How do we have an answer for something like that? I just know he was looking down the street. That's it. I have no idea. In the picture of the guy, it looks like his hands are from a white guy and his face looks like a black guy. I don't know. I don't see a face looking like a black guy. I mean, his hands look white there. But you know what's after the killing, he had gloves on. Here, look. See that? Those are gloves. Those aren't hands. I mean, they're hands, but they're not just bare hands. See that? Thanks, Bruce Holdaway. I know, I put out the video, the press conference, they didn't have him. It didn't occur at 12:21. That's where you're off. You're on the wrong case, soundboard. I think you're thinking of the wrong case. The shooting was at 4. You're way off. No, there's a press conference they did late last night. They freed the guy from Wisconsin, Benjamin, because he wasn't the guy. Now they came out and they did a press conference. Okay, it's not a conspiracy, Rox Vet. It's not a conspiracy. All right. I know you want to go that way because it's like, wow, if you go 1 mile over the limit, they're there. But this guy somehow. Right. See, there you go. You're trying to work a conspiracy angle in. It's not going to happen. I hope he isn't waiting for his target to begin making her way. Well, that's what I said. He's looking, waiting for someone to leave. I've already said that. That's what I think he's doing. Saying he's looking at a sign over and over and over again doesn't make any sense. But if you're kind of looking, waiting for a vehicle maybe to move or somebody to come out or something. The truth is, we don't know what the hell he was doing. But just come up with something that's rational. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're far from the scene or not. Your 15 minutes was quite a ways. Right. Well, how come you know so little about the case, soundboard, if you're right there? I mean, you're literally probably the least knowledgeable about it of anybody in the chat currently. So I'm trying to figure out what your deal is. If you live right there, shouldn't you be up on it? So if you missed it earlier, here it is. This is the first video that came out. He's literally right outside the house. I mean, I keep saying house, the shooting location. Here's the shooting location. He walks out and then comes around this corner. And then just moments later, he's filmed again, walking right through there on another camera, which is right there. It's kind of you have to zoom in. He's in black there, walking by, and there's a sign, a tree, and this big brown building. Go down the street view. They gave me like one from 20 years ago. There we go. There's the sign, the tree, the big fence. Right? So right after that, he was going that direction, leaving the scene. Where he went, I don't know. I kind of guess maybe he got into a car, drove over here, and then went over the bridge. And all this is just him walking around, sort of killing time, waiting for a person or maybe somebody that he's following to leave the house. A house, something like that. It does sort of seem more targeted when you're watching. I mean, when you're watching that, doesn't it seem targeted? Let's see. Hey, thank you so much there, Marty. Marty's Bar and Grill. Ah, ha, ha. I nailed it, Marty. I nailed it. Thank you for gifting the memberships. Tonight's been one of those, what do you call it? Almost a, see, if you're wondering, on my channel, every single night I try to bring in super chats and I try to make videos that have ad revenue, etc. Bring in funds, and then at the end of each month I try to donate thousands of dollars as well out of the income. I needed income to survive as a channel, but I also donate thousands of dollars, and we've donated $272,000 out of the income from the channel since January of 2020. So if you're new here and you're wondering, that's exactly that's why I keep trying to keep moving forward, because if you don't, then there's nothing to give at that point. It's kind of sucks. So for some reason recently the ad revenue isn't that great, and I try to bring in funds and super chats, and if you guys gift memberships, etc., etc. We're already at 42,000 this year, so that's pretty good. We did our best year was 60 something out of those 6 years, but still not too bad. Nah, they're not multiple or identical. I don't know, sometimes they just go in and start shooting people. They're not targeted. We're just wondering if they're targeted at a specific person. You know, and then you go in and start shooting everybody because you're there. Yeah, we just said that, Anne. You don't need to repeat exactly the same wording that I just said. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's no help by the police, you guys. This isn't a conspiracy theory just because they haven't caught him yet. All right? It's just a guy that was wearing a mask. If Tyler Robinson had worn a COVID mask, did not leave the rifle and towel there, and wore gloves, they wouldn't even have caught him yet. All right? He didn't do that, though. Yeah, well, even the people who didn't get shot saw something. There was one guy that saw him directly in the eyes, and he said he had a big gun, a long gun or something. But it's like, well, when you watch him walking around, I mean, did he have the gun? Is it like an AR-15 folded up inside of his jacket? I don't know. One of the folding kind. Right, so you have that one, and then we have this surveillance. Right there. And this one. So this one right here, watch. It goes like this. Is just before this one. I mean, what we could, let's just edit this. I'm not sure why they start it right here. Like, you know, why not start it where you still see part of his body right there? Stupid. What the hell? Oh, that's a cool game. All right, let's see. Go right there, and then he walks by the camera. All right, got that. Hey, thanks. Sarah with an H. Dishes. Ah, man. Right there. Alright, so it's like that, then like this. And then this one is before. Alright, so let's just start with the very first. Come on. Yeah, he's already past that. Right now he's at the corner, basically. It's just forced perspective that makes it seem like the corner is at that sign straight down, but it isn't. Because it's higher. And I wonder why they cut this part out. See the lady walking up in the top there, you guys? You see that? And then right down, and they skip a little bit. Why'd they do that? I mean, it could just be that's what the camera recorded as well, you know. But she walked about... There's some little bit of time where she walked. See that? I don't know why they did that. Okay, so there's the end of that. And that's actually first. Yeah, then interestingly, the next shots are like this. I don't know why they didn't release that footage. That one would probably be one of the better ones. So it's like that. And so the order up above is he's over here at 2:08, walks over here at 2:18, and then way later, I mean, where the hell he went in between there, we don't know. And then at 2:52 he's here, 2:53 there, and then the shooting happened at 4 o'clock, and then at 4:06 he's over here leaving. And this is probably, you know, this is almost 4:07. Yeah, 4:06 right there is 52, so probably I would say that this location here is probably 4:06 also. .406. Yeah, and then this is really like 4:06, 50 and 52, you know, 50 seconds or so. 52. All right. Well, I mean, before I had this huge thing in there like this because of the way he left, but now we see him moving around. I mean, he could, I think he is parked up here. He just came down here and was doing, you know, just kind of loitering, waiting for a time, like something, you know, an event, and maybe he's waiting for a specific person. It also could be that when he was right here, he was just looking down the street all the way to the building, because that is, I mean, I think if we go straight down this building, it runs into the building he did the shooting in. So let's just keep going down here. But I'm not sure what he could observe. But I mean, look, there's students and whatnot that live in the area. Okay. And maybe there was one particular person. But down here is the building. This one on the left here, that's where the shooting took place. In here. And when he exited, he either exited there or maybe on this side. Right there. Came out. And then after that, he came out and he went like this. Down the street. I think he looks like he does. I think he looks 30s. He looks like just, you know, he kind of reminds you of Justin Ross Harris type of body. You know, just sort of a. And then he walked. Then he walked this way and he left. Now my opinion is he walked this direction. And by the way, I think that law enforcement, they're asking for all the surveillance now because I think after they arrested the person of interest, they didn't do the, hey, keep going around looking for surveillance thing. And now they're like, hey, everybody, if you live in these streets, let us know if you find anything. Because they kind of missed, they didn't do it. They didn't canvass the area right away because they thought they had the guy. That's my opinion. I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess, if you really felt that way. But then I think maybe had a car on one of these side streets somewhere. You know, either that one or over here. Doesn't look like there's many there, but maybe on this street. Yeah, like this one. And then once he, let's say he parked right here. Yeah, maybe I'll put a pin there just in case, you know, like possible parking spot. Then after he kept moving, because you'd want to park kind of as you're moving away from the area, not right next to it where there's cameras inside. It gets harder and harder to find surveillance once you get way out here. And then he gets to this road. Angel, and this actually takes you all the way over the bridge. See? So you just immediately get in your car and you drive down this street, and then we'll just go up in the air from there. And look at it. Goes just like this. Veers to the right, Angel Street does, and then boom! You're out of here. You're completely gone at that point. And I think, yeah, let me move this. I'm gonna do this one. Like that. That seems better. Alright guys, I have one of those lulls again, so if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Maybe get some memberships. We've only got 12 of those gifted memberships tonight. I just told you which one. It's not one way. That's why I switched it. See, there's cars going that way. Anyways, that just seems like if you don't live in this little area, that'd be a good place to have gone. And then when he came in, he just kind of walked around. I'd like to see more footage before. I mean, I would have every single person in this neighborhood to check their cameras, not just the ones here. Who the hell knows where he was? I'd say every single person, check your cameras between the hours of noon and 5 o'clock of that day, and see if you see somebody dressed similar to this, or even if it's somebody that appears to physically look like this, even if it's different clothing, let us know. I think people would be into that, don't you think? I don't think they've shown anything. I mean, he could have walked all the way down here. Who the hell knows? You know, maybe. I just don't know. Is that a one-way this way? No, it's the other way. No, I think that is. Yeah, you go that way. That's interesting. So that would be another way out of there as well. Like he could come down here, go straight down there, go there, and then boom, right back up on the highway going this way. See that? Comes down here and then goes this way. Can Gate tell if the really... No. Oh yeah, Candace will, yeah, she's... Apparently she met with Erica. Is there any updates on that? You know, how that went? Let's see, Candace... And some idiot on Twitter was like, here's the flight I think Erica took. And I'm like, who the hell cares, man? Why does it matter what flight she's on? Why are you putting that out there? Alright, let's see. I gotta see what this says, I forgot. Conservative podcaster Candace Owens and Turning Point USA CEO Erica Kirk successfully conducted their private meeting, which was scheduled for December 15th. Following the meeting, they put out individual posts with Owens' post highlighting what transpired between them. Okay, let's see what hers was. Did she post it on Twitter or what? I always do these math ones. What comes next? 10, 15. So that's 5, 10, 15, 60. Hey, thank you. Chilled 6959. Did you hear that the young lady that passed away was the target? She was a VP for the Republican Club at the college and a devoted Christian, was reported on... Oh, on what? Jesse Waters said that? I didn't hear that. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking, but she was a VP for the Republican Club. Well, maybe it's another furry guy. Wouldn't be shocking. Wouldn't be shocking at all. What did she put out? Anything? 2 hours ago. Erica and I had an extremely productive... Shut the fuck up. I just want to... You know what? Candace Owens is a pile of shit. I don't care if the... Oh, so productive. Nobody owed you anything. You lied for months. You're an idiot. Erica and I have extremely productive 4.5-hour meeting that I think we both feel should have taken place a lot earlier. Yeah, well, specifically from your point of view, because you're an idiot. We agreed much more than I had anticipated. Of course, we also disagreed on various points and people as well. Most importantly, we were able to share intel. Oh, shit. You don't have intel, Candace. You have zero. And clarify intent. I will, of course, have a full rundown for you all tomorrow, as I'm currently exhausted, but I wanted to quickly let you guys know that absolutely nothing was held back, and the immediate result was that our tensions were thawed. God, what a joke. You know what I mean? She's just sick. She is a terrible person. And this whole thing is so ridiculous. Almost like she's trying to make herself seem equal. Like she's on this sort of equal footing, and, you know, somebody owed her something, and it just isn't true. Nobody owed you anything, Candace. And nothing you said was of value of any kind. There was no Egyptian plane. There was no Israeli Mossad. There was none of this. There was none of that. There was nothing. Okay? You're full of crap. She did it just to try to appease you. But I don't know. I mean, I think she kind of had to say something, because Candace was making it a very dangerous world for Turning Point USA, and in fact, the person she pretended to care about, Charlie Kirk, she destroyed his organization. Single-handedly, all by herself, ruined their reputation. But anyways, you guys, if you could please help support the channel after I've asked again, I would really appreciate it. We're struggling. We're only at 40%. Not even that. So if you guys have the ability, that would be awesome. She is a destroyer. Where would Erica Kirk make her comment? Do they have it on there too? Let's see. Okay, there it says. Had a very productive conversation with Candace Owens. More to come from both of us. Looking forward to AmFest this week. Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. And I've agreed that public discussion, live stream, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I mean, when you say very productive, how in the hell? I mean, it's just I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, Zaza. I wouldn't doubt it. But you guys, we got to try to reach the goal tonight. We didn't get there yesterday because I actually dared to take a day off. So if we can try to reach one today, that would be great, so we don't keep going back off a cliff. So I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and come on, you guys. There's more to come. Like they're working together. I guess what you could do is make it seem, you know, keep Candace in the loop to appease her so she's not bad on Turning Point anymore. I mean, how sick is that? That you have to pretend that Candace is, here, look at, this is what we've got. I've given you inside information on the side, okay? You know, and then Candace says, okay, cool, now I won't keep trashing. Now, hey, Dark Moon, we're going to have to get rid of you. If you do the conspiracy theory, we're going to get rid of you, okay? All right, cool. We're not doing conspiracies. All right, Jesus. My God. Yeah, we're not doing conspiracy theories. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. I would not be surprised if Rhode Island is covering for the killer. And do you know they hanged a Palestinian flag at the Capitol? God, it's just moronic. Let's see. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that one's, you know, you can absolutely tell he's a white person. Not sure what's going on up there, you know. That's probably his eyebrows, maybe, that you see. Not really sure, you know. I mean, nobody's eyes are that close together. So I'm not sure exactly where his eyes are. I guess those are his eyes going that way, and those maybe eyebrows on the edges, like right in there is his eye. This right here is not AI at all. It's just lightened and brightened. It's brightened and contrast. There's no AI in this shot at all. Sorry for your confusion. All right, I gotta time you out there, Sound Pack. You're just, you know, you're ridiculous. All right. Let's see. Well, I thought maybe he was Asian, but I mean, most Asians aren't chubby like that. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, this guy, I thought maybe he was Asian because they arrested an Asian guy, and then you sort of think, well, did somebody say something about an Asian person, so they arrested an Asian, and then it turns out he wasn't the right one, you know? But I don't know. This guy doesn't look Asian to me. The way he looks like Zozo always says, is a white guy that sits in his parents' basement. I don't know what you mean, the other dude. Yeah, the guy that they arrested that was on camera, he was Asian. Doesn't seem like we have any of the regulars in here that want to help try to get us to the goal. We're just... Yeah, at least 73% agree with the poll up there. I don't remember too. Well, the second person was arrested as a suspect. I don't know if he was Asian or not. He was a person of interest. They arrested an Asian guy first. The second guy had sort of characteristics, you know, of looking, you know, I mean, he didn't look Asian, but he had, you know, the dark hair, etc. So I don't know. Yeah, I just explained it, Jonah. You don't have to, you know. I just explained it. They didn't share the first person's name. They shared the second person's name. It got released. Yeah. And COVID is over, right? Hey, thanks, Christopher Marshburn. He doesn't look like a disgruntled student. What does the disgruntled student look like? What does that even mean, Anne? Can you make some just normal comments every once in a while? Just something where I think there's a glimmer of hope for you. Let's see. Would law enforcement already have ruled out X and... I don't know. I just said, I don't know if those are his eyes. I just explained that whole thing to you. Steams galore. The whole thing. I just went over that. I think his eyes are over here to the right. And that's just the top, the brown, the dark part are like the darkness inside your like eye socket area, or either that or like eyebrows coming around. Over to the left and the right are his eyes. Yeah, 50,000 is pretty big. I saw that. I've already got it all mapped out there, JXX, so you must have missed that. See? I've got all this. They were just people running around. There was right here, Hope and Waterman. We had Brook Street and Waterman. There were people over here, 2 victims here, 1 over here. You know, these people are the ones that ran from the building. But all the shooting was just in that building. Hey, wow, thanks Lisa Belson. Very kind, very kind. All right. Let's see. Welcome all the new freaks in there. I saw, you know, it was weird. When I took my dad to the doctor's today, we were standing there, and somebody's shirt said, something like I'm still a freak or something. I was like, wow, somebody they know. Like I always felt like they knew me or something. And then they walked away. I was trying to figure out what they were doing. See, what I think are the eyes are right over, like here. And right in there. And this is just that darkness you get sometimes in the corner of your eyes, like they're inset. Like, let me just... This is gonna look stupid, but let me just like it'd be kind of more over like over here are where his eyes are, like that. See? I mean, it looks garbage what I just did, but you see what I'm saying? Like they're over there, and this is just the darkness on the inside of the nose. See? Like right in there. Yeah, sort of like that in there. See? Kind of in that area. Are the eyes. It's just really blurry. Yeah, no eyes at all. So who's going to do a challenge in here tonight, you guys? That's about the only way we're going to get somewhere. We've got still about 20 memberships short of reaching a goal. If that low. Yep, just about. Maybe, well, let's see. We got to, we did 17 more channel memberships. We would get to the low end of the goal. I don't know. You guys, can you picture that a little bit better? Oh, look at that. We got the Lisa Belson, before I even asked that. She said, I'll donate 5 for 5. So if the rest of the freaks donate 1 channel membership she'll match that, so it's really 2 for 1. All right, that'd be sweet. Hey, what do you guys think about this month if we donate money to the what's the big cancer fund out there? You know, I just saw it on the news. I forgot the name. I feel like that would be kind of cool. I know it's not true crime, but man, we got to do something. That shit's garbage. All right, look at that. Bruce Holdaway. Thank you. There's one, you guys. We need 4 more of those. Oh yeah, Jimmy V. That's pretty cool. Isn't there like a national, you know? Yeah, American Cancer Society, like that one. I mean, that sounds like a pretty, like a no-brainer, you know. Hey, thanks, Cheryl Bullock. Image search on his jacket. Yeah, you know. Sure, I mean, you can always do a search. Let's see. I bet it might be better just to do like, let's see, rain jacket with green torso and purple arm. Yeah, I mean, you could probably just type in something like, you know, it's kind of like that, right? Where it has a different color, and then the arms and upper chest are the same. Hell, that's kind of close, just right out of the chute, isn't it? Doesn't have camo, but it, I mean, it's green like that. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, you guys, we only got 2 of them. We need 3 more, you guys. Come on. It's not difficult. We can do it. We got 3 more channel memberships, and then Lisa Belson will gift 5 herself. Has already done what? Hey, thank you. AOC TW3. AOC, I don't know about that first part, but hey, thank you. Yeah, then don't, military wife. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people who are out there and have the ability and can help support the channel. If you don't, that's no big deal. Just hit the like button. I wish they would release this video right here. I think that would be pretty cool. She's got a hood on it. See that? I mean, I guess what would it matter if we found out what kind of jacket he had? And look at this one here. He looks way squattier. I'll tell you what the reality is. That's not what he looks like. I think if we went like this, and hold on, turn that off. It's probably more like this, something like right in there, like this. See, doesn't that look more normal? See that? They had him the aspect ratio was wrong. See, they have it like this. It's not normal. And not only that, even like the stop sign looks pretty normal about right there. So I think that's what it looks like. See? That one looks normal. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we still need 3 more of the channel memberships up there to try to reach the goal. Just the miniature goal there by Lisa Belson. Yeah, just need 2 more. Thanks Lisa Belson again for doing those. Gives us a shot anyways. Other than that, it's been difficult. I think he's just got his hand in his pocket. Like, it's weird right there. I think he's holding, like, it's kind of like the Delphi case where there's something in the pocket. You know, he's holding something up underneath it. That's what I said the other day on this shot right here. And, you know, what's interesting, you guys, is this shot right here is after. So he's walking exactly the same with his right hand holding something. So whatever it was, he put back the way he had it. And now this is weird, right? Because he's not doing that here in this. Not doing that. It's just sort of in this time frame. And that one is interesting because that's his hand back there. He doesn't have it in his pocket. It's swinging. So I don't know. That's just around the corner from this one. Hey, thanks AOC again. Just one more, you guys. Who's going to do it? Look at that. That's Rose Stinky. What does that mean? Rose Stinky? Come on, you're going to have to fix that one. That's... Thank you. And is that your dog? Maybe that's the name of the dog. AOC, Rose Stinky, AOC again. Then we had Cheryl Bullock and Bruce Holdaway looking inquisitive but angry at the same time. That's funny. Hey, look at that. You guys did it. 5 of them. Or it's somebody trying to pretend like they're busy. That's what I think. I don't think it's... I think he's like 30, 25, 30. He's just somebody pretending in this one. He's going... Yada-da. You know, like, let me ask you guys something. Hey, thanks, Lisa Belson. Very cool, very cool. You know, if you were standing around and you wanted to make it look like you were doing something, you would do exactly what this guy's doing. Because that's what you just sort of been taught. Like, you know... I'm not doing anything. I think if you went to a body language expert, they'd probably say it's a sign of, like, his hands were doing something. You know, his hands are part of something that are, you know, ominous coming up. And then he sort of puts them behind his back. And it's like, you know, I'm just... forget my hands, everybody. I'm just... Yeah, he's trying to pretend he's nonchalant. I don't know if that I can associate an age with that. Yeah, he could be older, sure. You think he's what, like 45? It could be. It's hard to say. I don't think that indicates that, though. I think it's just somebody... I bet you, I'm going to say he is 33 years old. I'll say 25 to 33. And he's like an anarchist type. And he lives in his mother's basement. Hey, Zozo, one of these times, you gotta, I think it was right on one of these recent cases. Yeah, I don't change my mind. I thought he looks about the same in both. But doesn't that look a lot better, that one, than the way they had it? Like this? Not that. They had it like this one. I mean, that's stupid. Look at that. Oh, wow. He's 700 pounds and he's... Let's do an animation on this one. All right, so we lock in all the keyframes up here. All right, right there. Rotation. Oh wait, what happens if I do scale? All right. All right. Then move it, and then kind of follow them in. Oh, see, that's what they're gonna do, isn't it? Jeez. How does that work if they're... Oh, I know, huh? I can, before I can turn this into a, nest it. All right, sweet. Then it locks in that. Then you do the scale to that one. All right, so then we lock him in position right here. Rotation, scale, and everything. And then when he's about right there, you start sort of coming in after a little bit, like this. And then, maybe even keep going more. Like that. So when you see surveillance video animated, it's not because there was somebody that just happened to know he was there. It means when they edited it, that's what they did. It's actually a little bit better to watch. See this? I mean, it's like, you get a little bit more feel. See, doesn't he sort of wobbly? Zozo, I mean, when you watch that movement right there, don't you feel like he's a little younger in this movement? Here, watch. Like right here, wee, just kind of, that looks like a young person. I might even change it to, I'm going to say, okay, if my final answer is 24 to 32, right? Just like that. Do you guys like it when it's animated like this? Oh, what do you mean, no? You think that's what an old person walks like? Whee! With this little bubbly... Man, give me a break. Now you're being just intentionally opposite. Let's see... I've got the... He's not black. He's not... Hey, soundboard packer, we don't do what you're doing in here. You're crazy. He's wearing white gloves, but he's black. And he's trying to look like a white person. Give me a break, all right? Do you think that is really his belly? Yeah, it kind of looks pretty natural in some of these. I mean, I think there's something under there for sure. And that one's weird, right? Like right there, there's like almost a, I mean, it could just be the pixelation, but squareness to it. Okay, well, I said 32, so if he's 35, we're both close. Okay? All right, you got it right, and I'd be 3 years off. Do you guys like the animation, though, having it sort of zoom in? I think it's better like that. And let's try it. Let's do it on this one, too. So if you zoom in, start it off like this, lock it in to the position, and then just kind of like right in here, lock it in again so that it starts with the full. And then right here, and then the rest of it. So right in this area, you kind of zoom in. So maybe just there, like that, and then does that work? Let's see. Pretty cool, huh? I probably could do it even. I think it starts off where he's still there, a little bit on the right, left over there. Okay. So what if I go like that? And I could probably keep it going. All right. So there we go. This one, I think they've already zoomed in. Not much more to go on that one. Hey, thanks, Peggy Day. All right. Almost getting close to the goal now. We're just, we need about 6 more channel memberships and we'd be right there. Oh, God, the slight limp. Yes, everybody, let's go down the street. Anybody with a slight limp, let's, maybe. He looks like he just waddles, you know, like I think he's got hip replacement in his future. His legs are, his feet are out. I think he's definitely had a spinal infusion, whatever the hell that means. Yeah, I don't think he limps. He just walks. But he kind of waddles a little bit. His feet are out. They twist outwards. He's got like what is it? Anti-pigeon toe. Do we know his movements with the school? I'm not sure what that means. Within the school? No, we did not. You said within, not with. No, I do not know. Hey, Jason, where do you see that limp you're talking about? I don't see it. So this one I probably should zoom in on. It's not going to be really clear, but that's what we got. Got to be AI because his upper body disappeared into the bushes. No, it's because his upper body is similar in color and the video compression screwed up. Okay, that's how it works, everybody. But if you're a conspiracy theorist like Candace Owens, she could turn that into anything. You make a guess at his height by the sign on the pole from the first video. Yeah, well, I don't know. We could probably look at it from another one. You'd have to know exactly the height of the sign, and we don't know what that is, right? This is where I would do it. I would use one of I would go out there as one of them, measure the height of those stands there, and then, you know, based on where he is, they could probably get within a couple inches, I would think. Because he's right next to him. And what you could even do is just have the camera in the same spot and get somebody of varying heights and have them do that. Yeah, they said about 5'8". Yep. No, I'm not putting Benjamin Erickson because he's not the person 62 sketch. He's not the person. We just heard that yesterday. Do you remember that? So no, I won't do that. He doesn't look anything like that in my opinion. He's thinner. Yeah, the fire hydrant won't help. Yeah. Not in the way that the video is filmed. See? Like, you don't know where he is. It's hard to try. I think the best one is this one. Because those things you could measure if you were them. We don't get to do that. Hidden by the trees. You know, like if he walked by that tree, it would be helpful too, but he doesn't seem to. Yeah. But if they said if the FBI says he's about 5'8", then it's probably pretty good. And then we found out, like, this photograph right here is taken on a street. And we know where that is because they gave the address. And we know exactly where it is because, yeah, what if we can see that little thing right there, that little... It's right on this corner, and there's only one sidewalk that looks like that. And it's right here. This sidewalk, oh yeah, you can see that, look. That little dip, see that right there? It's awesome. It's right there. See? Little dip down. And let's see. Let me try something here. Yeah, there's so many of them. I thought maybe if there's just like 1, 2. I mean, you can see them even. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, there's so many. I was looking to see if I could see the grout. You know, but I think he's just right near the end here. We just found out earlier on the show that the camera is right there. One of the, either this one or this one, is filming down right here as he's walking towards the camera. And so what's interesting about that is that's at 2:18, and at 2:08 he's over here loitering, kind of waiting for something, looking down that street, which actually goes, I guess that one doesn't go to the building. He's looking down that street, and it's over here. When you're on this street, you can see down there, but he's over here at this historical society, kind of looking down that street. That's at 2:08, so that means he must have walked down here, or he went like this. He could have walked around on George Street and then came back around. He's just doing like general, like waiting for a particular person. And then eventually he comes like this. But again, we don't know at that point. Did he walk way over here? Or was he walking around? We just don't know. We're trying to get the 6 more channel memberships to reach the goal, you guys. So if you have the ability out there, that would be great. If we get 6, if we get 10, let's see, 11 more, then I'll donate 5 memberships myself. I don't know. It doesn't look like he had one with him when he came in or when he left. He looks the same, Mick Riley, as we just said. See, when he comes, this is over here is before. Let me put this in order. So I got all these in order here. And so what I'll do is I'll move these to over here. And now we have everything in order to eventually put, I'm sure more surveillance will be coming out. Yeah, we know he looks overweight, yeah. And this is after. Looks the same. Got his hand over there. I think he's still got his weapon with him. And there he is walking away. And over here. Yeah, see, he's still got that right hand stable. No, he didn't, Zozo. I just explained it. He looks exactly the same the whole time. Let's see. Edit the belly out, and he looks... I don't know. I don't think he looks proportional at any time. I think he looks like... I mean, look at his... Well, I mean, proportional as a human. I mean, I'm just saying... He looks like a chubby person. I mean, look at his legs over here. Watch. See, his feet go outwards. Yeah. And then they're sort of bow-legged. Got big hips and everything. Koberger would love the guy. He's 5'8", yeah. No, well, if they haven't found the gun, then he's got the gun, right? They're just probably looking in case he did throw it away. You know what I mean? Like, in case he did, they got to look for it. If they don't look for it, then, you know. Yeah, or like a duck waddle, I guess. This right here is before. All of this is before. And then this over here is after. Do you guys need me to go through the whole thing again? I can do it. Hey, thanks, Jason. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, I can't say it's impossible he didn't throw the gun away. However, what I'm telling you is, in the surveillance footage itself, you can't distinguish a difference between pre and post shooting in terms of what he looks like. To definitively say, oh, look, he's got rid of the gun. You get what I'm saying? So sure, it's possible that he got rid of the gun somewhere. There's just nothing in the surveillance that lets us see that. Thank you, Jason. Hey, very cool. Thank you so much. All right. So we need 6 more, and then I'll donate 5 memberships myself. There we go. Ain't great for your straightforward videos with facts and info. Yeah, no problem. It was a 9mm. I wonder what the guy was talking about. He said he saw him. He said the gun was really big and long. He probably just got freaked out. Oh, sure, Sam Board. Oh, you can have opinions in here, but you're everything you say, you're a conspiracy theorist. So just try to, calm down a little bit. We don't do that here. We just use logic, common sense, reason. Thank you for watching Gray Hughes Investigates, where we use logic, reason, and common sense to figure out what happens in true crime cases. Leave the conspiracy theories at the door. Thank you for watching. All right. Wasn't that good? Come on, you guys. That's it. Hey, thanks, Bruce Holdaway. You gotta admit, that was pretty good. Snowed here and very cold, so no way he's hiding out in elements. Must have got a ride up or lives close. Yeah, or he has a car that he parked a half-mile away and he walked over to it. Oh, I don't sound like Greeno. Greeno's like, hi! He does these crazy, stupid sound effects. It's ridiculous. Where the hell is that guy anyway? Seems like he just disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah, so, I mean, let me tell you my theory. So I don't know what he was doing, walking around, looping around, doing whatever, right? But when he left, he went this way down the street. Now, if his car was parked over here, does it make any sense at all that he would go up this direction and turn right and go that way? I mean, I guess you could say, well, he's trying to throw people off, blah, 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 blah. Or, my theory is, which it's just a theory, it's no more valid, but it's just a reasonable, it's no more valid than anybody else. It's just a reasonable theory based on where he was heading. So he's going this direction. And then right here on this street, if he just so happened to have a car parked, on this side of the road facing that way on a Saturday, I think it was, or was it Saturday. And then he goes, once it's over, he walks just that little short distance around the corner this way, gets into the car, drives straight to Angel Street, turns right, and Angel Street continues around this corner here, and then goes right over the bridge, and you're out of there. You're gone. That seems like a really quick thing. However, when he got there, he parks right here, and then maybe he walked down here and cut across. Now he's right in that area, and he's walking around doing what he's doing, So that's where it's at. He was targeted. What? If he was targeting, why not track? What does that mean? If he was targeting, why not track? What? Yeah, maybe you can explain what that means. Tracking the victim. Yeah, well, of course that's what they would be doing, right? Is looking into the victim, and maybe that'll lead back to the killer. Of course they're doing that. I mean, why would you assume they weren't doing that? What was the thing that Waters was talking about? Brown University shooting. Let's see. Brown University shooting. Targeting. Jesse Water. Brown University was soft target for shooter who remains at large. Alright, what's this stuff? Oh, they're searching dumpsters. Is this what you guys are talking about?
Erica Kirk says she will be...
Ah, crap. Where is it? That looks like that's right there. Let me go back. Ah, shit. That is right there. Look at that. That's just crazy. Without the dumpsters, man. Come on, you guys. I'm pretty good at this shit now. See that? You can see it right there. See, right there, that little... All that's the same. Got the stripes on the ground. So that's right there. Searching dumpsters. Man, that was quick to get that one. And it didn't even look right. So probably, if that's a dumpster, right here, is that what this is? Yeah. It's interesting. Why were they thinking right there? They must have surveillance footage of something. Like, he exits here. Did he come out? I mean, why would they even look in there? I mean, maybe they're just looking, like we were saying, for, yeah, just to make sure. Because if he came out the front door there, why would he be over there? Wouldn't he just walk from there out and get out of there? I mean, let me just say this. Wouldn't you go from here and just go like this? Or did he really come out from, you know, maybe they don't know where he came out. You know what I mean? Like, they might not know on surveillance footage, because the surveillance they have is what we've seen. And all they know is that he went like, oh, that's pretty interesting. All we know is that they have this footage where he went like that. However, that location is right back here. So how do we know, I guess, that he didn't exit the building in some other way and then go to that dumpster? You know, maybe that's a real thing. But it seems stupid to throw a weapon in the actual, you know, university dumpster. Don't you think? Yeah, maybe he came out somewhere. I don't know how we get over here, but he does go like, I mean, it's possible he went from here like this. Let me just show you. I'm going to do this exactly like this. Watch. And then went down here and turned right. So maybe they're checking that out. And he went down here. And then he goes by coming up here right now is the next surveillance. He was walking by. Right there. Interesting. Hey, thanks, Sandy Shirley. Yeah, the thing is, you guys, you can on here you can throw out any idea that you want to throw out, as long just try to make sure it's kind of reasonable and using the facts that are available. That's what kind of keeps us kind of where we're at. I know it's not as fun, maybe I should pretend that like, hey everybody, conspiracy theories are welcome. I just don't do it. I mean, people can say what you want to say. I'm just not going to be excited unless it makes sense. Like, that makes sense. Like, I can't say for certain that he didn't throw a gun in a dumpster or something like that. And maybe that's why they're looking. But what I'm saying is, looking at their surveillance footage and saying it looks like he dumped something. Well, I mean, we can't see there's no variance in him. Right? Like, look at this one here. He's got something... might have something in front of him. He's chubby, etc., whatever, And he's like that in all these. These are all before. And then after, he looks like this. He looks similar. He doesn't seem less, although we can't see anything. Notice how he looked down right there, almost trying to see if everything looks good. Watch. Right there. Here, I'll do it slow so you can see it. You can see his neck because he looks down right there to make sure everything looks good. See right here? Watch. And then he kind of looks straight down to try to see does the bulge and everything. Is everything okay? And then he puts his head back up and he keeps moving. That's what I think. I don't know. What if he was wearing an invisible cloak, Jason? Let's see. Maybe he came out by the dumpster. Yeah, maybe. But how? Unless there's a camera footage of it, how would they know that? That's the thing. Is the only footage we have? They say he came out the front of the. What the hell's the name of that building again? Barris and Holly building. He came out right over here, out of one of the entrances. That's what they said, but how do we know that? Because the only footage they have is him going like right there and turning. And I guess the fact that they're checking this dumpster, they're not certain themselves either. Let's see. The FBI mentioned his bulging belly. Interesting, though. They said it may be extra ammo or... Yeah, I mean, maybe he's got the... Remember in the Delphi case? When he's walking? When he's walking, it's like... it looks like he's got something under there. And that was just the gun and him sort of propping it up. Well, if they had somebody in the basement and they had him drop the gun, it turned out not to be the person. So, no, I didn't hear that on the scanner, though. We listened to the scanner, didn't we, the other day? Felt like we did. Or was that a different... There's so many cases now. It's crazy. Oh, by the way, I did do the... If you guys are interested at all in the Australia attack over here on Bondi Beach, actually I found those spots too. You put it's even got a 360-degree map here. So those two killers were on this little bridge right here, and they were firing, and then one of the guys ran over here next to this tree. And that's where the guy came out and tackled him. And then that guy made his way back over to here and kept shooting. And I think they were like killing people in this park over here. You know, just shooting. Maybe it could have, I mean, it might have been over there. I don't know. I think it was just right here, though. And they just kept shooting people. Disgusting people. By the way, you know what's weird is, like, why is there so much anti-Semitism? What did Jewish people ever do to you? You specifically, the people that are anti-Semitic. What did they do to you to make you feel that way? I bet it's nothing. I bet you it's because somebody else said that, so you are. And then that person was told that, so they are. And it's like, they never did anything to you. You know? Never did a damn thing. Alright, let me get back to all the way back over here. You guys didn't seem that interested in that. Hey, thank you, Sherlock Hemlock. Hey there, Gray. Been forever since I've joined in, but still love the way you think. I want to know what this shooter called out. Yeah, is there a certainty that the killer called out and said something? Oh, yeah? Hey, let's look at, let's see. Let's go to flight radar. Here we go. Let's see what we got. There it is, right there. All right, let's see. Let's do the... Am I in here? Why is it dark like that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Playback. I just saw a helicopter over there. You're saying they were out earlier today? Okay, we'll play it at 300 times the pace. Here we go. Let's see if we see anything. The Oregon State Beavers. We got screwed when they broke up the Pac-12. They were right at the top. And then they just, you know. I went to U of O too but I'm not, the Ducks are just, you know, because Phil Knight has all the money, so that's why they're good. But hey guys, if you're out there and you're watching, if you could help support the channel, that would be great. We wasn't able to do much of a show yesterday, so it'd be nice to kind of make up for some of that. That'd be great. Thank you. Yep, don't see any helicopters yet. We're just looking for a helicopter. I don't know. Where does it say? I mean, where's the actual news reporting that there was a shot fired? I mean, not shot fired. That he yelled something before the shot fired. Where the attack occurred, the shooter entered the classroom doors and shouted a statement. The witness couldn't recall what. Well, that sounds more like a political shooting. Wait. Here we go. Right there. Well, that's interesting. That helicopter is flying around, and the center of it's right there, which is Waterman Street. So I'm not really sure what they were doing. Were they just following the cops as they were canvassing? He was there for quite a while, though, wasn't he? A private owner. Sky Eye. Looks like Channel 4. What do you mean? Why do they look like that on a map? It's showing the track. I don't know what you mean, man. Well, let's see. Let me go back again. Yep, we just need 4 gifted memberships, and then I'll donate 5. But couldn't understand what he said. Not sure where this is. Oh, there. 20. Yeah, so when you do it like this, you can actually open it up. Look at that. Whoa! Thanks, Marty. Jeez. Marty's Bar and Grill. There you go. Right there. Hey, check it out. Very cool. Thanks, Marty. Very nice of you. Yeah, see, you can download each of these, like the flights. So see if you guys interested in this at all? So if you click get the flight in here, you can download. It looks like today it flew, like it flew a lot actually. It's the news channel. So we could probably download this one. Put it in there, and then this one. KML files, put it in there. And then guess what, you guys? We can go into here and open. Let's see, what's the term in here? Ah, crap, what happened? I'm not sure what happened just then. It just got dark. Went dark. Well, thank you guys for supporting the channel, allowing me to donate some memberships too. Ah, good. Didn't disappear over here. Alright, so all the way down there. Hopefully I saved what we were doing. I bet I didn't. No, it looks pretty good. Alright. So file. Import. Brown University shooting. 12:15. See that? It puts it right in there. Isn't that crazy? Looks like an airplane, but it puts the flight of the helicopter right in there. And look at, that's what it, I mean, isn't that amazing looking? See that? You can actually see its height and everything as it's flying around, just like that. And so it looks like this whole university is right in the middle of it. See that? You can look right down through, almost like a tornado right through it. Alright, that was one. File, import. How about the second one? And so that's a different flight, same helicopter, different flight. It was a little bit later in the day. And this one is slightly more to north of that last one. See that? There it is. Almost looks like a tornado, doesn't it? Are you guys even here? I don't know, it's weird sometimes. I just feel like it's like just talking to a, dead air, don't know. Well, I hope he didn't say something like Allah Akbar. That would be shitty. See, Brown University shooter yells something. Where does it say that? Okay. Let's see what NBC News said. A manhunt is underway after 2 people were killed. Yep, officials released new photos and video of a person of interest this evening. A man detained over the weekend was released because the evidence no longer supported holding him. One of the victims was Ella Cook, vice president of the Brown College Republicans chapter. The other was Muhammad Aziz Umurzakov. Sounds like somebody from, like, I don't know, that's sort of in that Russia, what was the name of the, like, Chechen or something like that? Oh, well, there it is. Uzbekistan in Central Asia. Officials have emphasized that the investigation is moving quickly with evidence being collected by the multiple agencies, but they are not yet confirming details that could compromise the case. Brown has canceled its remaining fall semester classes, and the shooting has reignited the debate over gun control, of course. And then because it ignites the debate, people think it was a false flag operation designed to do that instead of just realizing there's crazy people out there that shoot people. Yeah, Brown has canceled its remaining fall semester classes, and the shooting has reignited the debate over gun control and how to protect college students before and during mass shootings. Hey Zozo, we should do one of those bets that we've done before on the age. I don't know if you're out there now. McKee said he asked Commissioner as a parent. Okay, I don't know. I want to find. I was looking for the part where somebody said somebody yelled. This is the guy that I was talking about. We made eye contact. Brown University student describes alleged gunman bursting in the lecture hall. Brown University student Joseph Aduro said he was in a lecture hall leading a review session for an upcoming economic final when a gunman burst through. So this was a review session. Hey, by the way, let me go back. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. I gotta look something up. New what? Yeah, I saw that. That's not what we're talking about, though. That's how people end up going, ooh, let me go look, and they take off. Let's see. Yeah, they arrested in Los Angeles, plotting a New Year's Eve attack. Living out in the middle of nowhere. How old would she be? Ah, shoot. I was trying to figure out where she lived. Ella Cook on campus. And wouldn't that be amazing if she was right down that one street? Yeah, I was trying to see where she lived. I didn't see it. Like the address. I was hoping it would be listed in here, but wouldn't that be nuts if she lived right down the street from that? All right, let me go back. I was just on that other one then. The eye contact. I immediately, okay, let's see, final. I immediately, when I saw him, I saw gun. Correspondent Whit Johnson in an interview on Sunday, the gun was so big and long. I mean, see, isn't that weird? So big and long, and yet people are saying it's a 9mm. Is this guy just, I mean, that sounds like a long gun that maybe he folded up and put in his jacket. I don't know. That genuinely thought like, okay, this is the end of the road for me. At least 2 people were killed and 9 others were injured in Saturday's shooting, according to officials. Police said the gunman fled the campus. A person of interest was detained. Yeah. That's the guy right there. Maduro said the gunman was dressed in dark clothing from head to toe and appeared to be wearing something that was bulging from his chest, saying it could have been ammunition or bulletproof vest. He said the gunman was completely covered except for his eyes and part of a hand. Maybe that's where that person got the bulletproof information. We made eye contact, Aduro said. I know he mumbled something, screamed something. I don't know exactly what was said, but he entered the room and you could just see the panic in the student's eyes. I was standing in front, so as soon as he walked in, he immediately saw me, and I immediately saw him. He said that the gunfire erupted. He saw some students running out the door and others diving to the ground. Just whatever it takes to stay alive. Maduro said he immediately dropped to the floor and motioned for students to take cover behind a table he also was hiding behind. He said the gunman was about 30 feet from him at the top of the amphitheater-style lecture hall. He estimated hearing 40 to 50 gunshots. See, that sounds not like a pistol. That sounds like a AR-15 or something with multiple magazines. What do you guys think? I mean, the way this guy's describing it, it doesn't sound like a tiny... Aduro said he believes that all the students who were shot in the incident were part of his review session. Aduro said he texted his parents in what he thought might be his last message to them. I texted them and I said, I love you all and I'm sorry for the trouble that I put you through and I just love you all and I'm thankful for all of your lives. Aduro said that while lying on the floor, petrified, he was simultaneously trying to comfort a student who had been shot in both legs and was in excruciating pain. Jeez. If she were to make a noise, anything like that, and the gunman would have heard, we have no idea what would have happened. I think the state of emergency would have been way worse, so I gave her my hand to squeeze as hard as she could, Aduro said. I said, put all your pain on me because I could take it. That's crazy. He said the time they were waiting for the gunshot to stop felt like 14 days. Aduro said that when the gunman left the room, he and other students still on the scene stayed put. You don't know if he's going to come back, and the odds of him going to another room are extremely high. So if we try and exit and find another way out, maybe we might cross paths with him again. Isn't there? So this one there was 2 people killed and 9 wounded, right? I mean, it's interesting being so dedicated like that. He only killed 2, but he injured 9 with all that shooting going on. I don't know. It's weird. So if I try to exit and find another way out, maybe we might cross paths with him again. And you can escape once, but you can definitely not going to escape twice. He said that even when the police first entered the room and told the students to put their hands up, no one moved. Oh, I remember. I've seen that video. They were freaked out in there. It's crazy. Yeah, and then the cops came in and you could hear pounding and pounding. And it sounded like
We begin tonight with breaking news.
they probably thought that was going to be the shooter again, but then it turns out it was the cops. It had everybody put their hands up. I don't know, Martin. What's yours? Being an idiot? Let's see. The shots rang out behind me, Barry said. Barry said that he had just wrapped up. We already reached the goal, the minimum goal. But if people want to support the channel, that's great, because yesterday I wasn't able to do a show. He said he heard 6 or 7 pops, but didn't immediately recognize the noises as gunfire. I've never heard anything like that in my life. I glanced behind me quickly, and the lobby of Barris and Holly was empty, or so it seemed, Barry said. In front of me, the ERC Engineering Research Center, the Light Commons area of Barris and Holly is full with about 100 students. So I'm thinking in the split second, okay, maybe I misread something, and then it just rings out like pop, pop, pop again. And then I don't look back, I just run as fast as I can. When people in Commons area started realizing what was happening, they all started to rush for one of 2 exits. So imagine 100 kids trying to rush out through 2 exits. He said he didn't notice anyone screaming or panicking. It's just silence and gunshot behind us. Barry said that when he got outside, he called his parents as he continued to run across the street. Folks coming out of the science building, had no idea what was going on, so as I was running, I started shouting, "Active shooter, run!" He said he was planning to run to his apartment, but ran into a friend who invited him and other students into her apartment to shelter in place. We hid in the bathroom for like 2 hours. 4 of us in a small bathroom for 2 hours, Barry said, and it was terrifying. But I think, thanks to her, I'm alive right now. That sounds absolutely horrendous. Oh, we know that person's a troll. Yeah, we knew who you were, Martin. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, and that's just a fact. Okay? And so get the hell out of here. My channel is one of the only channels out there that tells the truth, or tries to come as close to figuring out exactly what happened using the facts that there is out there. Okay? I'm sorry that people like you support lunatics. So get the hell out of here. Yeah, there's no slight limp or anything. I know people want to say that, but I don't. He wasn't doing anything. He was just walking normally. People like to see stuff like that, like in the Delphi case. Oh, look, he's walking with a limp. Just from 3 still frames, people said, oh, look at that, he's got a problem. And then when you watch it later, it's not like that at all. Let's see. Yeah, why is that, Mercer? Why is that? Why would that name be in the news? I'm looking at the picture of that person that they mentioned. Yeah, I mean, sort of a chubby person that goes to Brown. That's about it, though. I'm just looking at this. participated in undergraduate student internship program. Concentrates on international and public affairs and cultural anthropology. When asked why they chose the internship, they highlighted their previous summer internship where they conducted, I don't know, what makes you think that's a person? When you type it in, what made you think? Okay, where? Send it to me, Mercer. Send me a video. I'm going to send you my video. Send it to me. Here's my email address. All right? If you don't send it to me, then you're full of crap. Yeah, well, we don't know if he's threatening on video checks out. Why don't you send me the link to my email? I just gave it to you. Go ahead and send it. No, it's not. That isn't the guy. I mean, if you think he's limping, I'm glad you think he's limping. I don't see it at all. Okay? To me, it looks like a guy walking. Alright, I just gave you the email. Let's see the links. Well, like apparently they're a Palestinian refugee. They're a student at the university there. Apparently, at Brown University. And maybe what he was yelling was Allah Akbar. I mean, who the hell knows, right? Interesting. Who knows, man? Maybe every once in a while somebody throws out something that's reality. Is anybody here? I mean, you guys aren't really chatting very much. It feels like I'm... Man, we don't have any coffees or anything. Wow. Sun's school is 3 times larger than Brown in 2 separate incidents. Students immediately identified. Okay. Well, good for them. Let's see. It's so hard to understand the Colonel Cop. I understand him easily. He sounds really clear. He has an accent, but he's really clear and easy to understand. I mean, where are you coming up with this name? Are you guys... I mean, and you didn't send me the email like I asked you to. Okay? You know, you said, oh yeah, we got this person. Well, you don't... the covered face... Look at these crazy comments. Do you think it's possible the guy is wearing a high-quality mask? No, I do not. You say his age is 25 to 32, but the covered face looks a lot older. It's a covered face. You don't know what he looks like. What kind of a comment is that? The covered face, he looks a lot older, everybody. Yeah, check it out. Look at this. That guy right there looks so much old. I bet underneath there he looks really old. You see that? Looks really old underneath that. Right. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have a slow right foot. It's all the same. You might think that, but yeah, it looks exactly the same on both of them. He's walking the same. It's just the way he walks. And this is probably the best one to look at here. He doesn't drag his right foot any more than his left foot. See? Yeah, doesn't drag it any more than the other one. Okay, Reck exactly the same, both sides. Great. I used to be an actor, so I understand slight variances that you don't see, okay? No, he just walks the same with both legs. Yeah. Well, why didn't they send me the links, these people? They didn't do it, you know? So, it's hard to buy something when people tell you something and they just don't. Guess we'll have to look on Twitter. I don't know. I don't really see anything on there. Well, there's one on August. Let's see. Reflects on how the Brown encampment made him feel strong connection to the Palestinian ancestry and envision a different possible world. What would my ancestors think of this? Yeah. Access denied. Physically transformed one fine day. I don't see any clips or anything like that. And that person looks different. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys are out there, if you could please consider supporting the channel, I would appreciate it. So somebody's saying allegedly shouted Allah Akbar before he started shooting. I could see that. I mean, and somebody wouldn't know what he was saying, especially if you're not familiar with that. Yeah, they mentioned it in chat. I'm not going to say his name. And still no email from these geniuses. Okay, well, guess we'll just wait and see. You never know. Period. How he walked. Respectfully failed to see how me guessing his age based on what he can see of his covered face is any much different than you guessing his age based on... I'm just guessing what he looks like. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, Worth Hit. I don't even know who you're referring to. I haven't even commented towards you once this evening. My God, grow up. It's ridiculous. Hey, guy, Julie. Julie, nice having you show up finally. I think it's ridiculous that you say his face looks really old. Are you the one that said that? It's ridiculous to say he looks really old on his covered face. Yes, that is ridiculous. All right. I think he's, by the way he's walking. Oh, then, hey, Lisa sent me a coffee. I don't know if it was because I was saying nobody sent me a coffee, but thanks. But great. Jesus. It's totally different. I'm saying his overall look, just moving around, he seems like he could be, I'm just saying, 24 to 30, what did I say? 24 to 32. Okay? And you're saying he looks really old with a covered face. That doesn't even make any sense. I wish it did, but it just doesn't. So, yeah, I just said thanks for sending me the coffee. Yeah, tonight's filled with... I mean, I don't mind. People can say whatever the hell you want, but I'm going to say back what I think. I think when you watch him in this shot right over here, this one, this is where he kind of walks like he's a little bit younger. See that? He just doesn't look like somebody that's 45 or something. I wonder if those are glasses right there. What do you think? I don't know. Yeah, let's see if we can get 4 more channel memberships. That would get us to even numbers. Or 5, actually. So we can get 5. That would be even numbers. And slightly make up for a little of yesterday. Yeah, he easily could be in his 20s. Yep, still no email from these. Oh yeah, check out this guy. I mean, the guy does definitely, if you look at his picture, he does sort of seem similar. I'm just not gonna, and he's 20, I think he's 27 years old. How's that for 32 to, I think that's like, yeah. He's a socio-cultural anthropology Palestinian person at Brown University. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, I'm not gonna discount. I just don't like when if you put the name out there, it's and they didn't have anything to do with it, then it gets kind of weird, right? I mean, there's another person with that name that lives in Morocco. Actually kind of looks similar, too. But that person's... there's no connection. The name they put out. Chat. Yeah, it does kind of... I can see that. It does look similar. The guy. For sure. And he goes to school there. And those other elements kind of work, right? So I guess we'll see. Yeah, we're looking for 5 more channel memberships tonight. No, they didn't crack anything. It's people just read shit on Twitter, and it might be the answer. They didn't crack shit. They're not the one that found something or anything like that. It was already on Twitter. People just repeat things, and That's it. Now, we didn't have the name. Look at that, 64 months. What is that? 25, 5 years and 4 months. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me look that guy up. And see where he lives. And does that make sense where he was headed? Yeah, there's... I don't know. Maybe the dad. There's somebody with the same name, but it's not the same person. Hey, thanks, Julie Martino. There's one of them. Yeah, there's one that's 61 and 63, one in Massachusetts and one in New York. But those are, it's not the same one. So I don't know. Well, actually, let me not narrow it down like that. If they're a college student. There's only two. I mean, it doesn't even matter the year. 18 plus, there's only two. And they're on the East Coast, but they're 61 and 63. This person's 27 with the same name. So he's obviously not in the system. But they are. Like, if you go to Google and type in the person's name, they're 27 years old. They are international public affairs and anthropology at Brown University. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. I mean, the guy physically has a similar body style. And we know with the ideology recently that might be something similar to what we've seen. No, he's actually, this is before, okay? So all of these videos here are before, everything here. So I'll show you this whole thing again. And it's in order of time. So that first one is right here. He's on the street. He's standing approximately like right there. And then that's just to the right of that. So he'd be looking down that street. And then when some person was walking over here, he started going, doing all that, whatever it is. And then right after that, see, this time frame was, I think that was 2. Man, they're all over the place. Where do I have this pin? Let me make sure I got these in the right place. That was 208. Okay. And then right after that, he walks down the street. Or, you know, we don't know. I mean, there's like 9 or 10 minutes later. He goes, somehow, at 2:18, he ends up down here, walking towards the camera right now. Like he's walking down this street towards us. So he must have, from back over there, maybe walked around the block and then came back this way. Like he's monitoring something. And the camera was right there. One of these two, either this one or this one, filmed him walking right there towards the camera. But just prior to that, he was down there. So I actually think what he did was, from over here, after looking down there, he eventually walked this direction and then probably turned and turned left right there. And that's just down the street from the building there. You know, he might have even gone up to here and turned and went. But I think it's probably here, turns, and then he's here again. And then where he went after that, we don't know. Maybe he walked back around over here. And then eventually, at 2:52, he's right at this spot. And that camera is right back up in here somewhere. And that's this one right here. It's that one. And that's him. I'll go out in the intersection. That was him walking right up onto this right here. So he's heading that way. Then the next one is down the street just a little bit, right there. This one was 2:52. This one's 2:53. And this one is right here. And the camera is, like if that car wasn't there, see how it's kind of got that curve? The camera's up in there, and it's filming this house. And that is this one. That one right there. Yeah, that one's not supposed to be there. That was just a repeating of it. Starts like that. Then he's on that street, maybe going around the block. And he's walking right there. And then he walks by that building right there. And then later when he's leaving, he goes right there. Then almost immediately after that, this camera picks him up. So we got all that in there now. We'll just hit save and we've got it. So who's going to do 4 more channel memberships, freaks? We can do it. Yeah. Hey, Mercer, how come you didn't send me an email? What do you mean number 2? Anyways, seems like we're just spinning my wheels again. Been on it for 3 hours and 11 minutes. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me. Negative Wild, Bill Wassman, Dana Dane. And we have Susie Clue and Sarah with an H Dishes. Cheryl Bullock. And we had Suz F5045, then Don Welshman. Maybe tomorrow we'll cover the case of the terrorists in California. I mean, I think this New Year's is something, it's 2025, the end of the year. Might be kind of weird. A lot of crap going on. Then we had Don Welshman, Joel Burnt, Sarah with an H Dishes again, then Bruce Holdaway again, and then we had Marty Bar and Grill. I don't know why that just, every time I read it, I want to read it differently. Marty's Bar and Grill. And by the way, where is that, Marty? Just get people to go there. That's gifted 10 memberships. Then Sarah with an H. Then Chilled. Then Christopher Marshburn. Lisa Belson gifted 10. Then Bruce Holdaway. Then Cheryl Bullock gifted 1. Then AOC TW3 gifted 1. Then again. Then Rose Stinky gifted 1. And then Lisa Belson 5 after those other people matched 5. Then Peggy Day. And then we had Jason gift 5. Then Bruce Holdaway. Sandy Shirley. Then Sherlock Hemlock. And then Marty's Bar and Grill gifted another 10. Very kind. I think he made up about a quarter of the night. Then we had I gifted 5. And Timothy Cecil 64 months. And then Julie Martino gifted 1 on the attempt of trying to get to the final even numbers. Didn't happen. But man, I'm tired again. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll check out that terror attack. You know what I'm saying? The one, not a terror attack, the one that they were planning in California. Looks sort of interesting. They were living out in kind of like a desert somewhere, like some intense. But anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys later. And thank you all for your generosity, etc. My channel, I try to bring in funds to help allow the channel to survive. First of all, I mean, I have lots of bills and stuff related to doing the show. And then we also donate thousands of dollars every month. I try to bring in ad revenue too to boost that up, but lately it's been really difficult. Unless you're a conspiracy theorist, nobody watches your videos. It sucks. So anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, and by the way, people can say whatever they want. I might say, oh, that's ludicrous. Don't worry about it. You know? Maybe the next day you'll have one of those ones where you go, oh, that's a good one. You know? Like a lot of people come up with stuff and they notice something and I'll go, oh, let me go check. And then it sort of helps build a larger story based on a piece of information that I didn't notice. You know? And then you add it in and then it starts helping a lot more. So anyways, that's how we do it here, but just sort of willy-nilly, you know, throwing out stuff without really a lot of thought, like just sort of mental diarrhea, you know, just sort of like, you know, just, oh, look at this. And then it's just, I don't know. And then expecting to have people go, wow, that's really interesting. It doesn't happen here. If you go to a conspiracy theory channel, they love that stuff, you know. They love it. Any crazy idea, it's awesome, man. I can make 6 videos on something that isn't true. But anyways, thanks everybody. See you guys tomorrow. And as I always say, oh, by the way, did you guys find it at least interesting that we put it all together? There's things to think about, like, wow, he must have walked around the block that way, came back this way, went over here. Where was he for the next 40 minutes until he shows up on camera again? You know, I mean, who the hell knows what he was doing? And, it, you know, it makes you wonder. I mean, if it is that other guy, he might have known people and could have hung out with them and maybe change clothes or whatever for 40 minutes. I mean, who the hell knows? Anyways, thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not...
Thanks, everybody. Gee.
Crime dissector, flag rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher
if you try to play me like an old projector.
Crime sector is my nectar.
Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture.
Crime collector, freak connector,
and I'm always gonna be a protector.
Fool deflector, interceptor,
and I mean an inspector with a vector
on his picture. With all respect, y'all, just remember I have a temple fucking
projection.
I have no agenda,
but I have agenda,
and I'll serve it to you straight without the
offender. And in the end, I'm gonna send you on a mission to reveal a true offender. Good night, everybody.
So I'll just get Good night, Mary Lou. Thanks for singing along.
Well, thank you very, very much. Now, the reason I like to...
Would you shut up? I just wanted to say thank you for singing along.
Gosh, Gray, that isn't very nice.
That didn't sound like a cry whatsoever. That was terrible. Thank you for watching Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube, where we put together the cases using facts, logic, reason, and oh yeah, common sense. Thank you very much for watching, and as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there.
Bye. See you around.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that's too much, everybody. Oh, come on. That's too much. Oh, thank you so much. Wait, you're stopping already? God, I didn't mean to stop clapping. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. See you guys.